Greetings, Earthlings! Today we're going to be reviewing a super cardioid handheld vocal dynamic microphone. So today we're looking at this guy, the Sennheiser E945, which as I mentioned is a super cardioid handheld dynamic microphone. If you do want to pick this guy up, it will set you back around $220. Like always, links down below. And for these demonstrations, I'm connected direct to the 2i2 2nd gen, input gain set at 230 or 245. I'm not going to do any post-processing, but I probably will boost it in post, so check the doobly-doo to see what I diddly did. Now let's talk about what comes in the box. You do get a nice zippered storage bag. You'll get a microphone mount, which does come with a 5/8 to 3/8 inch microphone stand adapter, and you get some documentation. Then as far as the build quality, this thing feels like an absolute beast of a microphone. It has an all-metal body which feels insanely sturdy in the hand. It has a metal mesh grill which also feels very sturdy, as you can see here. It also feels pretty heavy, weighing in at 365 grams, and on the bottom you will find the XLR port. Then as far as the specs, this thing has a super cardioid polar pattern, a frequency response of 40 Hz to 18 kHz, a sensitivity of approximately -54 decibels, and an impedance of 350 ohms. Now I'm spinning around the E945 to show you the off-axis rejection and coloration. We will continue around to the rear of the microphone, show you how it sounds from here. Continue around the microphone to the second 90-degree angle, and then we will rotate and end at the front of the mic. Because this is a handheld vocal microphone, I'll go ahead and pass it between my hands to show you how it does at rejecting handling noise. Now I'm typing on a keyboard with Cherry MX Blues to see how much of my voice versus how much of the keyboard it picks up. Now I'm right on top of the E945 to show you how this does with a proximity effect. 1 foot away from the microphone, 2 feet away from the microphone, and 4 feet away from the microphone. We of course do gotta test the Plosive, so please bring pizza pronto. Ow, the edges are so sharp. Please bring pizza pronto, and please bring pizza pronto. When I buy a new mic, I can't wait to test it out, 'cause I need to know if I'll still sound like shit. Here's hoping that I don't, but I doubt it. Alright, so this is pretty much a single-use microphone in my opinion, and I'm okay with that. Now first up, in terms of pros, this thing did a very good job at background noise rejection, and it also did a pretty decent job at handling noise rejection. But then in terms of cons, the microphone didn't do an amazing job at rejecting plosives. Also, at times, it did sound a little bit sibilant, and if you do have a bassier voice, the proximity effect on this thing, I imagine, could get a little bit out of hand. But now, what are my overall thoughts on this microphone? On the electric guitar, I honestly wasn't too fond of it. The mic seems to essentially have a shelving boost from around 2.5 kHz up to 12 kHz, with a scoop at around 8K and a peak at around 11K. And in my opinion, that just made the electric guitar sound a little bit top-heavy, and some of the harmonics sounded a little bit piercing. Then on the acoustic guitar, it does have some good attack to it with the guitar pick, and the lower frequencies and mid frequencies are relatively smooth, but nothing really pops out at me as amazing. It just seems kind of boring. Then for singing, I think that's where this microphone really shines and does what it does best. It cuts right through the mix. It's very detailed up top and seems to have a little bit more of an extension than a typical dynamic microphone. Some people might say it's condenser-like. Also, the lower frequencies are nice and full for somebody with a higher pitched voice, but as I mentioned, if you do have a bassier voice, due to the supercardioid polar pattern, the proximity effect may become a problem for you. And lastly, for spoken word, I was not a fan of this thing, particularly if you're going to be recording audio. I simply think that the top is a little bit overpowering unless you're going to be utilizing the proximity effect to offset some of that big, broad boost to this microphone. On the other hand, though, if you are just doing spoken word in a live environment, I think this would work perfectly fine for that. And now, would I recommend this microphone? Absolutely, but mainly if you're buying it for stage use. As I already mentioned, due to the boosting on this microphone, it's going to cut right through the mix, so you're likely not going to have to do too much work at the board. It also has a lot more detail and clarity than something like the Shure SM58, if that is something that you're looking for. The supercardioid polar pattern will also help limit the amount of bleed between all the instruments that are on the stage, which will help you get a cleaner mix. And all around for live vocals, this microphone just seems like an amazing contender and an all-around great microphone. Alright, well that's actually going to do it for today, so if you found this video fun, interesting, or helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. Want more videos? You can subscribe to me by clicking the logo beneath me, or check out one of those videos over there. Want to hang out in the Discord server? I'll throw a link in the description, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, bye.